Hello everyone. Manchester United have the bragging rights in this game. Man United 2, Man City nil. What a win for Man United. It could even be a 4 or 5. The way that game was played was beautiful to watch. In terms of the game plan, we knew there was only one game plan going into this game. Sit tight, defend very deep, make sure you hit them on the counter. You know, when you see Maguire is a very good player when you're defending deep. He win almost all the headers, and with the players coming into the game, you knew we could lock out City, and if we could lock out City, then it could be easier to win on the counter. And we had so many chances to score. We scored 3 goals that were ruled out marginally for offside. We hit the post 2 times. We scored 2 goals. We could have had others. So it was a game where we dominated, and I don't remember a game where we dominated Man City this much, and it was a very perfect game plan from Michael Carrick, something that we have all been hoping for, watching a Man United game from the start to the finish, being comfortable. And around for 70 minutes of that game, we were comfortable. There was no other winner apart from Man United. Looking at the player ratings, Lamens gets a 7 over 10. I think the whole backline would get around 7. They were really well. They played really well. Shaw had a 7 over 10. Maguire was actually, I think, a 7.5. The way he played, the way he kept Haaland quiet, he was always on his case. He almost scored with a goal that hit the post. Dalot had a 6.5 over 10. He had a very bad 15 minutes to begin with. He could almost have been sent off. The VAR ruled that he did not go into the tackle with the intent to injure the player. He just brushed the player, but his intention was clearly on the ball, so we got lucky there, and he was not red carded. Then from there on, he upped his game, and for the rest of the game, Dalot had a good game. So we just have to give him props that he played with a yellow card and he didn't do anything silly. And for the rest of the game, he was good. He kept Doku quiet, and any other player that came on his side, he was very, very concentrated today. Casemiro, this is one of his best games in Man United. He was everywhere, defending very well, not giving the City midfield a chance. Obviously there are other players that were playing into it. Everyone was willing to defend. We had cut the spaces, so he didn't have to run a lot. And with the player of intelligence and experience with Casemiro, as long as he doesn't have to run a lot, then he can pull off such a masterclass in defensive performance. Bruno was very good with Mino. They combined very well all throughout the game. Everyone defended stoutly. Mino was very good with the short passes. They could find each other, and all around they played really well. Bruno, I think, is my man of the match in the way the chances he created. One of the chances that he created over for Dogu from the right side, he put in across all over to the left. Dogu put in a very good shot that was saved by Donnarumma. Donnarumma actually saved a few good chances that could have been certain goals. He kept them in the game. It's surprising that they were all over the place, but it's because Man United played with a kind of aggressiveness. From the minute that the game started, you could tell they were willing to put in the kind of aggressiveness you could expect in a derby. Ahmad had an 8 over 10. Ahmad was very good this game. Just shows how we have missed the likes of Ahmad and Beumo because of AFCON. They were really good in this game. We had lost that element of 1v1. He could play 1v1. He could come inside and use the pace to the byline. So it was really good to see Ahmad play in this way. Dogu had an 8.5 over 10. He scored. He could have scored another. He was good all through the game. I don't remember a moment where he put a foot wrong. So overall in the whole game, Dogu is playing really well when he doesn't have to have much of the responsibility in defending. He's played well as a left winger. He's played well as a right winger, and rightfully was rewarded with his second goal of Man United career within the last 5 games since he started playing as the winger. He has been really impressive. He had a shot on target, I think 2 of them. So it's been beautiful to see him play up top. Mbeumo came back and immediately made an impact. He went to the AFCON and he's still the Man United top scorer. He extends that. He's still the Man United top scorer. And you can see what you have missed with a player like Mbeumo. He's a nuisance and he doesn't really need so many chances to score. And he scored very well today. It was a game that needed experience, and playing Mbeumo as a striker instead of Sesko proved to be very crucial because of the way this game went. Cunha came on and had a brilliant cameo. He could have had 2 assists. One of the goals that he put in for Mount was rejected because of an offside call. It was just slightly offside. I didn't see that replay, but the replay passed me by while I was celebrating. So it was a good really cameo because Cunha was impressive. He did what you expect him to do, and he wasn't really holding on the ball too much. He was passing. He put in a cross for Dogu's goal. Mount came on and did the job he needed to do. He had a 7/10. He wasn't in the pitch much long. Neither was Ugarte and Heaven, but they came in to help close the game. Tried to get our clean sheet, and we did get a clean sheet and 2 goals. And in a game where most of the chances came from Man United, we could have won this game by much more. And this is where you see as the attacking stats. We had 11 shots to 7 City shots. We had 8 chances created to their 7. But the key statistic is shots on target. We had 7 shots on target, and Man City had 1 shot on target the whole game. We didn't give them any space. I think Haaland didn't have a single shot. So you look at this, if you play that way where every single team player is playing for the other. I know it's not usual for have a Man United play with a possession of 32%. That's not the Man United you want to see, but at least you want to see a Man United that is not easy to beat, that doesn't concede easy goals. And this was one of the cases where they weren't conceding easy goals. They were conceding not many chances. They were playing very well, and every single player was covering the other. So if you play in this way, especially in these big games, these are 2 big games, the Man City game and the Arsenal game. They are games that you really need to get a result. It doesn't matter how you play, but as long as you get a result, then you can play better in the other games. And even in the Ferguson era, because you were there, it wasn't always rosy. In some of the games we had to defend and hopefully win on the counter, hopefully win on transition, and we have the players to win any game on transition. If we play with such teams, we need to ensure that we get wins, and that is the first game out of the 17 that Michael Carrick will be in charge of, and it starts with a win. So you can think it's a promising future that is going to be with Michael Carrick. In terms of the defensive game, that this is where my focus is, because this is where we outplayed Man City. We made 24 total tackles to their 12. We made 56 duels won to their 38. And the number of duels that we won, every single player was going for the duel hard. There wasn't, we have had players who are cheating. Sometimes he looks like he's going for a duel, but he's not even committed fully 100%. So every single player was committed 100 players. Some of them almost got injured, but you can tell when you play like this with this level of commitment, 100% commitment, you are going to get a good result. So everything, aerial duels won, the interceptions, the clearances, the totals, except the saves where Donnarumma had the most saves. Every single part of the game, and that's what you want. You don't want your goalkeeper to make most saves. You want the other keeper to be peppered by shots such that he's just fighting for his life, and we did that today. Donnarumma played a very good game. I think he's the man of the match for City, and that tells you how good this game was. So this game, before Liverpool played, we were in 4th. This is something that we have been talking about. Every time there's a chance to go for, this team fumbles it, and this game today, they weren't looking that they were going to fumble that, and they went 4th before Liverpool played. Liverpool just started playing, they were 0-0, so they have at that point, and they go back to that 6th. But if you look at this general table, as long as we win that game, the other teams that drop points, that's an advantage for Man United. So going into the next game, we will probably be between 4th and 6th, and that's within the area that we want to be going into the remaining 16 games of the season, because if we win the rest of the games, then we can finish in the Champions League position. It's very crucial because it will determine the types of signings we can get. It determines the type of manager we can get. So let's hopefully think that Michael Carrick's career interim period will continue in the same vein. So that was the game. It is an exciting game. You can see after the bad time that we have had as Man United fans for the last 2 weeks, it's been a shambles. Right now we can get back to just playing the remaining games of the season. Looking forward to a team that puts in the effort. The energy at Old Trafford was very good. Everything about this game, I think all the players deserve praise, because they put in a very good performance. And in a derby, that's all you want to see. You want to see aggression. You want to see people winning their duels. You want to see everyone putting everything on the line, making sure that you get the win. And that's what you want as fans. So like, share, subscribe, comment anything about this game. What do you really like about the game? Who was your man of the match? So let's keep on discussing about Man United and enjoying such games. Hopefully there'll be much more such games in the last 16 fixtures, and we can win the game. So see you in the next one.